time ever, we are giving you the latest model of the iPad, but we're doing more than just the iPad. We are also giving you, where's that pencil, Craig?
Oh,
we are giving you for the first time ever the Apple Pencil that comes with it. This takes the iPad functionality and brings it to a whole new level, opens up so much more possibilities for fun and for work, for just drawing a little picture if you want. It's all right here, and all you need to do is make a couple of selections because we are going to offer you a phenomenal value. You have 3 choices to make, and they're all pretty easy. You just need to let us know if you want the 32 gig or the 128. If you're not sure, we'll talk you through it. We'll help you. Basically, it just means how much storage do you want. Then you want to pick your iPad color, and here they are. We have them in, here it is in the gold, and it's that beautiful kind of rose gold that's so popular right now. We have it in silver, and we have it in space gray. So you've picked if you want the 32 gig or the 128, and you've picked your iPad color. But we don't stop at the iPad. We do what you won't even find in those Apple stores. We give you everything you need to really make this more functional than ever before. We have an incredible pack up here of accessories, and we'll go through all of those, but let's pick your accessory color here. You can do accessories in the silver, the black, this beautiful rose. Here's your gold. Are we calling this one gold?
That's gold, yes.
That's gold. Then we have the, oh yes, I'm sorry, that's gold, navy, and then we have it in this beautiful gold marble with the red. And let's take a look at this value, and we'll talk about what those accessories are. If you were going to buy this separately, that 32 gig would be over $866. We are doing it for 6 easy payments of $89.99. If you want the 128, well, that would be $966. We are doing it for 6 easy payments of $109.99. And here's some of the stuff that's included. So for the very first time ever, we're giving you that Apple Pencil. That is definitely $99.66 on its own. How do I know? Because I bought one for my daughter. So that's a $100 accessory right off the top. You get the keyboard. That makes it so much easier for things like work or just using your iPad. You get the iPad Pencil hard case. You get headphones. You get the tablet stand, the stylus pen, the headphone splitter, the wired earbuds, the car charger. You get the 6-foot USB extension cable. These are all things that you would want and you'd have to buy separately. No one ever just buys an iPad and says, I'm done.
No.
You start getting things like the cases, you start getting the cords. So here's how you get it all at once. This is our friend Craig Smith. He's a technology expert who brings us Apple products. If you go to my Facebook page, there, which Sandra Bennett QVC on Facebook, there's a picture of us, and you can go on there. And if I can figure out how to pull this up, it's not the iPad, it's me.
I'll call it up.
Oh, good. If we can pull that up, here's what we'll do. Go ahead and ask us questions on there, and we'll take a look at it throughout the hour, and we'll try and answer them. Oh, thank you.
I can do that for you.
You
sure.
can do that.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the kind of guess that I am.
Before we even get to my Facebook page, because, you know, we'll get to that in a little bit. Oh, look at that.
Voila!
There we are.
That
Look at us
right
on there. Why the Apple iPad?
Sure.
Now, for a lot of people, this is going to be the upgrade. They've already had it. They love it. They want the newest, greatest. They want that pencil. But for someone who's never used the iPad before, why is this the global runaway hit?
Couple reasons. First of all, the screen itself, absolutely spectacular with a resolution that's actually sharper than your television set.
Wow.
So that's why you see people now, they're not necessarily going to their TV, they're watching TV wherever they want to be because of the iPad. The screen looks so sharp. And that processor chip, which means we're able to go from one application to the next, and we're not waiting for things to load and buffer. We're simply zipping around. There's none of that delay. And let's face it, when technology is slow and it's delayed, you don't want to use it.
That's true.
You go, oh,
well, that's when you get frustrated and knocked out.
I'm not going to play around with this anymore. So the screen, the speed, and then the access to so much content. Apple gives you over 24 of these applications the first time you turn it on. They also have multiple other applications that are totally free. And then there's over 1 million different options out there. So whatever you want to do, whether it's social media like Instagram or Facebook, whether you want to go shopping with the QVC app or the Zulily app, there's so much content out there. That's why so many people love this device. That's why my dad has an iPad. My mom has an iPad. My kids use iPads. I use iPads. So many people pick this device up because they can do what they want to do on this. It's not just a one-trick pony.
Right.
It's a million-trick pony.
And then if you get it home and you have any issues, we're offering 2 years of tech support.
Yeah, it's a big one.
That's for the very first time ever. So not only do you get all those amazing accessories and you get the Apple Pencil, which takes it right over the top for me, you also get 2 years of tech support.
Yes.
Any question, no matter how big, how small, we'll take care of. Let's talk, though, first choice you have to make. Do you want the 32 or the 128 gigs? Now, most people, by and large, pretty much, the vast majority of people are picking up that 128. I think that's smart.
It is smart. It's kind of like your storage capacity.
Yeah.
Nobody walks into their kitchen and says, I wish I had a few less kitchen cabinets.
Yeah.
Or opens up their closet and says, I wish this was smaller. I wish I had less space to store my things. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about storage capacity. The 32 gigabyte is going to be plenty for people that don't want to store any video content on their iPad.
Well, that takes out every single kid right now with some of these apps and stuff.
Well, it's funny. A friend of mine, Dennis, was here earlier today. We were talking about an app called TikTok.
Yep.
Where kids are shooting fun little silly video clips. My daughters love to play around with it as well. You take those videos, you take all the rest of the videos you'll be shooting on this high definition camera right here. Then you add in the factor, well, I want to watch my favorite television show and download it on here. I want to download a movie or two because I'm going to go on that trip next week. Well, if you want to store that kind of content on your iPad, 32 gigabytes is not going to be enough space. That's why we see so many people gravitating towards that 128 gigabytes of storage.
Okay, that makes sense. And you know what? You can actually get it home for 6 easy payments of $109.99 with free shipping and handling. All right, we're talking already a lot, you and I, about this pencil.
Yes.
What is it? This is not a stylus.
No, it's not.
This is a completely different tool. You can actually buy this on its own for about $100. What is the Apple Pencil?
Well, it'll be a stylus for you if you want, but it does other things.
But it's so much more than that.
It is so much more. So take a look at this. For example, here's an application that's called Pages I have on my iPad. Basically created a little business letter here. Well, you ever want to sign a letter? Well, you'd have to print this out, sign it with a pen, scan it, and send it to somebody. But with the Apple Pencil, you can pick your depth of font here. I want to make that nice and thick. You can choose your color. Let's make it black. And I can do things like sign a letter. I can open up other applications like the Notes application. I could actually use this to take my notes, or I could draw on the screen here as well.
Wow, you do really beautiful art.
Yeah, I'm quite talented, I can tell. I also have an eraser option. I have a highlighter option here. Let me show you another really cool thing that I like to do. Let's say you're shopping, all right? These are practical uses you're going to have with the iPad, right? So we're going to go for our today's special value. And let's say you were looking for yourself for the holidays or your birthday. You want to send some gift ideas to people, right? I'm going to take a picture of my screen by pressing my home button here at the bottom and the power button at the top. That allows you to take a picture of the screen. And now with that picture, I could use the Apple Pencil to use the highlighter and say, all right, look, I like this one with the 128 gigabytes of storage space. I want to make sure the person knows which iPad I'm talking about, so I want to make sure they get me the gold one with the gold. So I'll circle that. I can circle the price. I can change the font and change the color and with the red and just kind of go, hey, look, I like this one right here, or for me. And I could actually send this image right now out through an email and attach it to an email and send it to a friend. So those are 3 little instances right there where you would use the Apple Pencil. Again, it's for a variety of different things. And it's not, like you said, Sandra, it's not just a stylus that we're attaching here. You can use it like a stylus, of course, but you can draw on the screen, and there's hundreds of different applications that are compatible with the Apple Pencil. In fact, we had a biology teacher call us earlier today during one of our presentations raving about the Apple Pencil and the students in her class who are using it. I know my daughter's taking algebra this year when we start school in a couple weeks here in the Pennsylvania area. She'll be able to do algebra equations and do it on the iPad instead of blowing through piece and piece after paper. Of course, the silly stuff as well. Adding a little mustache to a photograph was never a bad idea. You can trace and therefore take different shapes and add them onto your iPad too. So a variety of different things that you're going to do. It's one of those accessories that the more you start to use it, you say, wait a second, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, I can do that, and this will be your best friend to go along with your brand new Apple iPad.
And this is the very first time we've ever put the Apple Pencil in a today's special value. This is also the very latest Apple iPad that you can get, so you're not going to go to the store and get a newer version. You're not going to go to the store and get one that has the pencil included, and you're not going to get this full pack up. So all you need to do is let us know a couple of things. The storage, I'll get back to that in 1 second. Do you want the 32 or the 128? Your iPad color, do you want the gold? Do you want the silver? Or do you want that space gray, which is that matte gray? And then just let us know in your accessories, what color do you want? And those accessories include your keyboard, which also acts as a case, those headphones. This is your
That's your pencil
holder right there. And then, of course, you get some other accessories as well. This is the gray. We also have it, or I think we're calling that silver,
That's
actually.
silver,
That's
yes.
silver. Then we have it in black. In the black, however, the black with the silver iPad, we only have in the 128. It is last call. We have less than a dozen. Here it is in that rose, which is very pretty. I love this rose color. This is that millennial pink that's so popular right now. Just saying. My daughter just bought a pair of sneakers in this color. It is everywhere right now.
That's the hot color?
In case you didn't know, you're looking at the hot color right here. Then we have it in gold. Here it's navy, and then we have gold marble, which comes with the red. If you do want this, the gold marble with that silver iPad in the 128 gig, we have fewer than a dozen, and that's it. Can we do a little deeper dive to help people decide if they want that 32 or 128?
Yeah, there's a great graphic to give you an idea. So when it comes to photos and music, neither one of those individually take up a massive amount of storage space. You can see on the 32 gigabyte, you can store more than 10,000 photographs. With 128, it's more than 64,000 photographs. How about music? Most of us can get by on 7,800 songs, let alone 128 gigabytes is going to give you 30,000 songs. But in the middle there, that's the big story distinguisher there. When it comes to storing high definition video, on the 32 gigabyte, you're going to be able to store up to 4 hours of that video. What that means for you, if you factor in some photos, some music, and then all the apps that you have on there, you're going to get one Hollywood movie to download onto your iPad for that big trip that you may be taking later in the year. You're not going to squeeze the second one on there. You may store, maybe one movie and one episode of a television show. That's about it. Compare that to the 128 gigabytes. We're talking 1,000 minutes of full high definition video.
Wow.
What that means, and I've made this reference a couple times throughout the course of the day, is my family, we took a coast-to-coast trip, went from Philadelphia all the way out to Los Angeles. My daughters love the show Stranger Things. They watched the entire third season of Stranger Things because they downloaded the entire season on the iPad.
They had the 128.
They had the 128. If they had the 32, they would have got 2, maybe 3 episodes worth. Instead, they got the whole season, and therefore that long plane ride, guess what? They weren't doing this. They weren't tugging mom and dad. They weren't complaining about the trip. They were lasered locked in on their television show and having fun.
What's exciting is like now you look at these subscription-based entertainment things like the Amazon, the
Hulu,
the
Netflix,
the Netflix, even some of your cable operators. I know mine includes it. You can actually download these episodes that you want to watch. So it's pretty great because if you have the 128, well, now you have a lot of space to download things when you're not connected to Wi-Fi. So that's pretty awesome. This also comes with a lot of preloaded apps, we should mention.
Yeah, Apple includes more than 24 applications the first time you turn it on. What's great about that, it kind of gets you started.
Yeah.
And this is a multi-use device. You're going to have applications that are going to help you organize your life with your calendar. The Maps application, I hope I get a chance to show you some of that cool content. If you never thought Maps could be cool, trust me, I'm going to show you that Maps are really, really cool. How about podcasting? We also have those dual cameras, so you can use an application called Photo Booth and have a bunch of fun. And also there's free applications developed by Apple, things like Pages, which allows you to create documents. GarageBand, you can actually record music on your iPad. Keynote's another great one. I'm going to reference GarageBand again. My one daughter is learning to play the piano with the iPad, with GarageBand. She was able to record the song of her playing the piano. She then recorded a separate track of her singing a song. She laid down a track, a musical track, when she was 9 years old. I couldn't do that at 9 years old, mainly because I didn't have access to a music studio. Also, I couldn't play the piano then or now. That's a different point to bring up. But what it means is that, you know what? So many of the things that you thought about that we would try to do as kids, Well, we couldn't do them because they would have cost hundreds and thousands of dollars and access to special equipment. Well, now you don't have to have access to that special equipment. You just need the iPad. And by the way, all those apps we just showed you, they're totally free.
Well, and
there's thousands of more available for you.
I mean, just even being able to download YouTube on your iPad. My husband was actually just helping a friend today. They were trying to repair a wall, and he said, "Oh yeah, I just pulled up a YouTube." I forget what he was putting on the wall. Don't ask me. I kind of glazed over when he started talking about thin set.